Hey guys, we have another campground review. We're camping at Western Hills RV in Rawlings, Wyoming. You can endure this video right till the end. We actually give you a couple of places locally that you can visit in the town and just a little outside of the town as well. Western Hills RV is just on the edge of Rawlings, Wyoming. You're coming in off of Highway 80, which is what we're looking at, that highway right there. It kind of veers off into Rawlings, and just one road over, standing right here, we're standing on Wagon Circle Drive, and up on the top of this hill here is Western Hills RV. Of course, incredibly outside of the control of the campground, Rawlings, Wyoming has been probably one of the windiest places we've stayed at so far. I'm actually quite shocked at how windy it is. It's not a place that I would be putting up my awning because that wind comes up so quick. Even I had a mat down on the ground for when you step in and out of the trailer, and I've had a heck of a time trying to keep it secured to the ground. Seriously. This is kind of your landscape surrounding your area, kind of just outside of the campground area. So just rolling kind of hills, not quite mountains, but hills, and you can actually see a little bit of snow on the tips of those hills. Across the road from the campground is a Super 8 motel, and there's quite a few gas stations around the corner as well. And I'm guessing this is probably the tenting area of the campground. It's the only place that I would see that would be tentable with some grass. It's probably also why they don't want the dogs going to the bathroom. The campground has two main camping areas. The campground area that we're looking at right now is their seasonal area, so I think it opens up about April. I'm not sure when it closes off, but I would imagine it's closed for the winter essentially. The other area is the trailer park area, and that's the trailer park area that we are in, so I'll show you that shortly. This main area is the nicest area. It is slightly closer to the traffic noise, but the traffic noise is not bad at all. You do have a nicer view, a bit of the view of the hills over there. You can see that it is a very close-knit campground. The trailers are very near each other, so there's not a lot of privacy. No trees, no vegetation, but it is clean and really well kept. Majority of the campsites in the seasonal area are pull-through, so that's really nice, and it can accommodate huge campers. So you're good if you've got a large camper and you're coming in here, there's lots of space. The sites can vary about which kind of hookups they have on site. Some have cable, some don't, but you can get ones with electrical, sewer, and cable if you want, or no cable. And water, of course. Here's where you can get a bit of a sense of the two different camping ground areas. This is the seasonal area, and then in behind it, back in there, starts the two different areas that seem to be the trailer park. You see that truck's turning in back there. So here's another view of the trailer park area. These are actual trailers, not RVs that are permanent, situated here in the back. And then in the middle are RVs that are parked in an area that they also call the trailer park. So we'll head in there next and we'll take a look at our campsite. This is the trailer park area in here. So you're kind of up against this brick wall, and then there's that big building over there that's kind of smack in the middle. We're down towards that building. It's very close with your neighbors. Obviously, if I have to come and dump, and they're sitting at their picnic table there, right there. So this is our spot here. You can see how I'm battling the wind with my carpet. And the buildings right there, and brick wall, and then just a little bit of a view of the rocky hillside. You back onto an alleyway where there's more trailers in the back. And over there is where your garbage is, and I can walk over into the other area of the campground. So when I'm lugging my laundry, I gotta go all the way down there and across the campground. Laundry is way back there. So they have a beautiful dog run in here, and the only complaint I have about it is that they had it closed for almost the entire time we were here. But the dogs are absolutely loving it, and I'm so grateful they opened it, sadly, one day before we leave. But happy nonetheless. It's a beautiful little dog area. Now, about 2.5 blocks down from the campground is a little park called Tully Park. Super cute park, great for the kids, and that's where we've been walking the dogs every day. There are no doggy bags in this park, so make sure you bring them with you if you're walking your dogs, but they do have lots of garbage cans available to drop off your findings. Rawlings has a population of just under about 10,000, I think I saw online. And it has all the usual kind of amenities, a Tractor Supply, dollar store. The dollar store's not far from the campground, a bit of a drive, but not far, maybe 5 minutes down the road. And of course, Walmart. We've eaten at 2 places that we've enjoyed so far in town. This Ichiban Japanese steakhouse was excellent. Highly recommend the cowboy steak rolls. They were just delicious. And then Cactus Jack's which is a bar. Libby doesn't know what to think of this guy. She watches it like a hawk. So we did end up having 2 breakfast experiences in town. One I wouldn't recommend. It was a Waffle House kind of styled place, a little bit kind of old-timey diner place in town. We ended up leaving that place, unfortunately, but we did go to Denny's, which is just outside or just before you come into Rawlings, and we had a great experience there. Great breakfast, fast service, nice atmosphere. It's kind of truck stoppy, but it's quite kind of fancified for a Denny's, I guess you would say. You know, it's Denny's. If you are looking for a kind of a day trip from the campground area to get out and see some nature, I'd recommend Seminole State Park. It's a little ways of a drive, but it is a beautiful area. You'll actually see some nature on your drive. There's some sightseeing spots along the way that you can just pull out into and go see. The dam is out there. It's quite pretty. If you like fishing, tons of fishing and tons of people out there fishing, so lots of spaces out there for you to go fishing if that's your thing as well. So that's a really nice day trip. There's also a campground out there. Now it's kind of outside of the city for sure, so not necessarily something I'd recommend if you're working at the plant or if you had just to do an overnight stay. It's a little outside of the way, but very nice if you are looking for the true camping experience. Make sure you pack for the elements when you're coming to Rawlings. It's been quite cold. We've had quite a few winter days while we are here, definitely lots of freezing temperatures, so you'll want to be prepared to have a heated water hose for your camper, but also just warm clothing for yourself. That wind is very bitterly cold. We have seen snow, we've seen hail and different temperatures for sure, so be prepared for the elements. So if you're staying in Rawlings, I would definitely recommend this campground as a place to stay. Well maintained, has all the amenities, you have the access to everything that you need in town. So definitely a great place, good for an overnighter, or if you are working in town or visiting family in town, a great place to stay with all the hookups. Awesome, you guys. Well, happy travels.